Hello, hello everyone. Alchemist here. Thank you very much for tuning in for this live session. I truly appreciate it and I appreciate your support. This is another live stream that I'm holding today, and it's going to be about my experience with the occult, spirituality, spirits, demons, and I'm going to also answer your questions in case you have some questions. I would do my best to answer them. So before I start this live, I want to remind you that um, I'm going to start giving you some information about the experience that I've had with this field, and then you can write your comments or questions in the chat section, and then I'll answer them afterwards. Donations are welcome if you feel like it. It can help me support my work, so I truly appreciate it. And you being here is enough. I appreciate always your support, your comments, and I hope that what I'm sharing with you is helpful or useful in on your spiritual, beautiful journey. So, the occult. Oh, and I want to remind you, selfalchemist.com. I provide many services there: private readings, sigils, spells, rituals that can be catered and personalized to your own circumstances, to your own life. So all the links are in the description box. Okay, so my experience with the occult. What is the occult? What is this field? Um, this journey, this life journey, is a very long one, and my experience with it um, was not very easy. That's probably the shortest explanation. It is a long journey. It's full of challenges, difficulties, working on yourself, and it's not for the faint of heart. The occult simply means hidden. The occult, this journey that is hidden, has the purpose to unveil what's hidden within you because it is hidden. So it has the purpose to reveal to you what's inside of you. It is also a spiritual journey because the purpose is to connect to spirit, it's to connect to the unseen. And thank you for the people who just joined. Hello. Hello, Aparajita. Hello, Carol. Divine Unlimited Energy. Good morning. And Mary Shields. Hello, I'm doing great. Thank you guys for joining. I appreciate it. So, this field, which is also connected to spirituality, can help you reveal about yourself what you need to know, your true, authentic self, your soul, your core. But it's not an easy journey. But before I move on, before I explain the details about this journey, I want to remind you that this this field can be very confusing for some people because many people have a religious background. A lot of people who are on this field, many, actually most of the people who are trying to walk on their journeys, they actually have a religious background because when they were born, when they were reborn and reincarnated in their families, they found out that there is a religion that they needed to follow. It could be Christianity, it could be Islam, it could be Judaism, or even Buddhism. You're born and your parents are following a religion and they try to make you follow that religion as well. So a lot of people come from a religious background. And the goal of this journey is to liberate yourself from these indoctrinations, religious indoctrinations. It's not to switch up one religion with another. And that's what a lot of people, that's what they end up doing. That's the trap that they fall into. They end up switching one religion with another. And this happens a lot with the New Age and the New Age communities. You find out that most people have Christian backgrounds. Most 90% of people who follow the New Age, they were Christians prior. And I'm talking from experience. I'm not talking just from my head. I'm talking from experience, especially in the United States. People with a Christian background, and they switch up to the new age because they feel like they want to liberate themselves, which is great because there's this new thing, it's more free. You can just meditate, you can do yoga, you can do like ceremonies, and you feel like you're free. There's no strict rules to follow, and you feel like you're liberated. But the trap is that you're falling into another system of control. You're falling into another indoctrination. You're switching one religion with another because the new age have become another religion, and people don't know it, and people are not aware of it. So that's the trap. And I personally fell in this trap as well. When I was researching the new age in the beginning of my journey, I was reading every book I could find about new age concepts, about meditation, living in the now, like yoga, chakras, which all basically, in essence, all of these concepts are Hindu and Buddhist concepts that the West have taken and changed, and they resell it to you as new age, as a new thing that can liberate you. But in essence, it's Hinduism. In essence, it's Buddhism. The more I've done lots of research on my journey about this, I found out that all of the new age information is either Buddhist or Hindu. That's it. There's nothing else that comes from uh, like there are people who actually create things that don't exist, and they're like, this is what you need to follow. And that's another trap too. For example, angel numbers. Who the heck said that they're from angels? That's called numerology. But just someone, and they're like, oh, they come from angels. Those numbers are from angels. I'm gonna call them angel numbers. They write a book about it because they're rich. These people are usually rich people, and I'm just sharing with you the truth. It's up to you to believe it or not. Do your own research. Never believe what I say. Okay? It's just my own experience. These people are rich. They're very, very wealthy by birth. Probably because they had a good karma from their past lives. So in this lifetime, they're enjoying wealth. And they take these spiritual concepts, they borrow them from other practices or from other countries, like numerology, and they're like, I'm gonna write a book and I'm gonna call these numbers angel numbers. And then few years later, because these people are rich and they work with publishing companies that have a lot of power, and these publishing companies publish these books everywhere around the world and brainwash people that this information is real. Few years down the road, everyone calls them angel numbers. And I'm just giving you an example. This is just one example. Who says they're angel numbers? Who the heck came up with that? Why? Why is it from the angels? Have you met an angel and he told you that 999 is the number I'm telling you? Is that how it was? Of course not. So why is it from angels? It's because these people had a Christian background. They still have the idea, they're still indoctrinated with the idea that angels are out there. They still believe in angels, even though they believe that they're liberating yourself. So you're liberating yourself, yet at the same time, you can't get out of your jail. You're still retaining the Christian concepts that tell you that there are angels and demons. And don't get me started on the demons. Do not get me started on demons. Demons, it's a whole other story. And the misconception and the that has been put, the twists of information to control people, has been there for hundreds and hundreds of years to make you scared, to make you fearful. And these people who are, again, mostly religious or mostly Christian in their backgrounds, they are scared to let go of that information. So you have people in the New Age in spiritual circles that are still scared of demons. And my question always to these people is that how are you spiritual and believe in demons and angels and are scared of them? How does that work? It's because these people cannot let go of these concepts. They're scared. It's fear. Because someone told you or told them demons are scary things without any preconception about what is the concept of demon, who created it, what's the origin of the word, where does it come from, who invented this thing, who invented it. Because I'm coming to it, but it's humans who invented the concept of demon. It's humans to control other people. How do you control other people? You make them fearful. So the trap that I want to warn you about is to not fall into another religion, into a load, a bunch of concepts that confuse the heck out of you. Just because some religious people who couldn't give up their religion, they just happen to be rich and they start writing books and they start mix mashing everything from different cultures, from Hinduism, from Buddhism, from Christianity, by retaining the angel part, and they mix mash everything and they give it to you in a book. They're rich, so that book becomes popular because they are rich. They have money power. So that book becomes popular and everyone thinks that they are saying the truth. The next thing you know is you buy that book, you read it, and you're so confused. And you're more confused than ever before. You're even more confused than when you were religious. When you were religious, at least some things made sense. And now you're even more confused in the name of, oh, I follow New Age, I'm liberated, I'm free right now. But you're actually just more confused. And they start mix mashing everything, and they start now there's the trend of mixing quantum physics in this and dimensions, and they start talking about different dimensions as if they are physicists. They talk to you as if they understand quantum physics, as if they have gone to universities and got PhDs of quantum physics and they understand it. And the truth of the matter is that they don't know what the heck they're talking about. So please be careful. That's the first thing I want to warn you about, because I went through all of these things that I just mentioned. I fell in this trap, and it took me years to get out of it. And some people helped me get out of it. So I got help to get out of this madness, and that's why I want to help you in the same way. That help was sent to me by the universe to get out of this delusion. It is a delusion, and I want to also help you to get out of that delusion. So, demons, since we were talking about angels and then switching up to demons, because this is a hard pill to swallow for a lot of people, especially people with a Christian background who are trying to liberate themselves and they just can't get over the idea that demons are, they're basically things that are, it's a concept that doesn't exist because demons are just spirits. The word demon originates from the Greek word daemon. Daemon. And the word daemon was used by the ancient Greeks to mean spirit, a spirit that you invoke, that you work with. Daimons were also spirits that apparently Greek deities invoked. For example, we have Hecate, we have Circe, we have Lamia, we have all of these ancient Greek deities that used to invoke daimons, spirits, for certain purposes. That's what a demon is. And prior to the Middle Ages, before the Inquisition, this concept of demon didn't really exist in Christianity. It wasn't prevalent at all. There was a story of creation, there was like worship in one God and all of these concepts that a lot of people know about. But yes, angels did exist, but the stress, the emphasis on scaring people of demons became more prominent in the Renaissance era. And you can do research on this. When Christianity wanted to convert people, especially the pagans who were in Europe, they wanted to convert everyone to Christianity. So, first of all, what they did, they stole all of their holidays, all of their celebrations, including Christmas and Halloween, and all of the pagan celebrations. The church took it, transformed it, and made it Christian, so that people start following Christianity. And then they needed to scare people because fear will allow you to control people. So what the church did is that they started gathering these kind of daemons, these kind of people who were against God, against the angels. In the origin of these demons, or prior to the Renaissance, prior to the Middle Ages, we only had something that was called the fallen angels. And you can find a lot of information about the fallen angels in the book of Enoch. And a few years ago, I've done a video about this on this channel about the fallen angels, about the book of Enoch. It has many informations about what these fallen angels were supposed to do on earth, and they're the ones who started mating with the people of earth and getting hybrids, half human, half spirit or deity or angel, you can call it whatever you want, and they taught humans everything, including magic, alchemy, and the occult. They taught humans everything, and they were sent by the higher deity. So they were called fallen angels. And they were punished because they were not supposed to mate with humans, and that's why they fell. That's why they're the fallen ones, because they didn't obey the word of God. What word of God? You were not supposed to mingle with the humans, but you did mingle with them. So they disobeyed the word of God and they were punished. They were angels, they were spirits, they were the same group. So prior to the Renaissance era, we had fallen angels. That was a known fact. After the Renaissance era, we started to hear the word demon. These fallen angels, the church made them as demons. They started labeling them as demons, and they started borrowing different deities from different places, from Judaism, from Greek mythology, and they started gathering this pantheon of demons. Why? Because they needed to have an enemy to use for fear, to scare people. We have this league, the League of Demons, and they belong to hell, and they can haunt you. And if you don't follow the one God, you are gonna go to hell and you're gonna fall for their tricks, the demons. Which the people who follow this tradition, they don't understand that this is a trick that was created by humans. Why should you fear demons? Because you have to come to the one God. You see how it works? The one God is the only one God that will protect you. And the demons, they will eat you and they will. It's like little kids being scared of a horror movie that was created by another person. It wasn't created by any God. Yet the kids are going to be scared. That's how it was. And people fell for that for hundreds of years, for empty concepts that don't exist to begin with. Do you understand? And these League of Demons eventually translated to um, the uh, the portrayal of these demons. grotesque portrayal. So the church called up some artists, some Christian artists, and they're like, we created this league of demons. There's about 70 something or 80 something of them. We created them. And we're going to say that their Lord is Lucifer or Satan. That's what we're going to say to people. So we want you, the artist, the Christian artist, and he's French, by the way, and you can look up all of this information, it exists out there. We want you to draw depictions of these demons. We call them demons, but they are kind of spirits that live in hell. We want you to draw them, but make sure you make them very, very grotesque. Make sure you make them as revolting as possible. I mean, Baal, he was a Phoenician deity. What the I was gonna curse and I shouldn't have. What the freak? What the hell is he doing in Christianity? Baal was a Phoenician deity. What the hell is he doing as one of the demons of Christianity? Because the church gathered all of these spirits from different cultures. They put this league of demon so that you are scared of it. And, and, and the most important thing is that there is someone or something to blame. Because humans, they have to blame something. The only thing that humans will refuse to do is to be is accountable and responsible for their own mistakes. So they're going to start saying the demons did that. Oh, it's the demons. The demons got you. You sold yourself to the demons. No, you sold your soul to humans, not to the demons, because humans have to blame something. So the church created this league of demons for fear, for blame, and so that people, when they fear something, they have to go to somewhere else. Where are they going to go to? The one God. If you don't see how it works, if you don't follow the one God, it means you belong to the demons. It means the demons has you. They got you. You see how it works? So that fear makes you go to believe in the church, to believe in that one God. And that's how the church fooled millions of humans for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years. And also, those fallen angels or those demons, they were the one to blame. See, when the flood happened, when God had to send this flood to flood humanity, the flood of Noah, and it exists in many other traditions, even in Mesopotamia, it exists. If you read other cultures as well, it exists in Hinduism, everywhere you go. Even if you go to Mesoamerica, they have the flood. This flood that God caused to destroy humanity and to destroy the whole world. Who are we blaming for that flood? The Nephilim, the demons, the fallen angels, they were causing havoc. See, there's always someone to blame other than humans. What if humans are the ones to blame? Oh no, we're not going to blame humans. Why? Because humans are divine, because humans are pure. We need to blame something else. So we're going to create the League of Demons. And they're going to be the bad ones. They're going to be the ones to blame. They're going to be the ones to take you to hell. They're going to be the ones to stray you away from the right path, from the righteous path. And if you don't follow God, automatically it means you're following the demons. So which one are you going to choose? And that's how people have been fooled for hundreds of years. Hundreds of years. And they're still fooled nowadays. And that's why a few years ago, when I started this channel, the first people who started saying this online, on social media, the first people are Inawich and myself. We started saying guardian demons. We were the first ones in the internet who started this word. But this concept existed before. I'm not saying it didn't exist. It existed. In Mesopotamia, they had guardian demons. What do you think Pazuzu is? He's a guardian spirit, a guardian demon that people worshipped in ancient Mesopotamia. But On purpose, in which I myself, we started saying this demon concept, guardian demon concept, that scares people so much, to bring awareness to you guys, in order to bring awareness, to wake up from the delusion. You're the only one to blame. There's no one else out there to blame. No demon, no spirit. You blame for your actions. You're responsible for your karma. And the Buddha have talked about karma, and I talk about karma quite a lot on this channel. If you do some bad deeds, it's on you. It's on no demon. It's on you. And you're going to have to pay that back, that bad karma that you caused. Cause, effect. The law of cause and effect. What is it that you do? Is it good or bad? There's no demon involved. There's no demon involved. What there is, however, spirits do exist. There are spirits. There's good ones and there's bad ones. Period. In the spirit realm, if you're gifted, if you have the gift of tapping into the spirit realm, if you're clairvoyant, clairsentient, if you can feel these spirits, if you can see them, if you can sense them, you're gonna see them, either see them or sense them, depending on your gifts. But there's two types. There's the good ones and the bad ones, and that's it. It's not angels, it's not demons, it's not like deities and things that you need to worship, like what most people do. They end up worshiping these spirits. There's nothing to worship. The only thing you need to worship is your actions. What are you doing as a human being? Are you good or are you bad? What are you doing? As long as you're alive, what are your actions? Are you helping? Are you loving? Are you caring for other people? Or are you hateful? Are you racist? Are you causing harm to other people? What are you doing? This journey, this journey led me to this point, to what I'm sharing with you. But I've been through so much confusion for years and years and years before I was able to decipher and break down everything so it made sense to me. But there was a period there when I was confused, and it was years and years of confusion because of what's out there. The books out there that just tell you a bunch of mixture of everything, and after you do the research, you're just confused. You don't know what is what anymore. So don't fall for that. Don't fall for the concept of demons. It does not exist. Demons are spirits, they're daimons. That's all there is to it. Demons is something that the church have been using to scare people, so it brings people to the one God. You get scared of one side, so you come to our side. Oh, demons are associated with hell. Oh, hell. If you don't obey God, you're going to go with the demons. And where do demons exist? They exist in hell. You see how it works? And you're scared your whole life from something that doesn't exist. And unfortunately, in the New Age spirituality, they believe in these things as well. But this doesn't negate the fact that bad spirits exist. They do exist. There are malicious spirits. And I've addressed this in many of my other lives, in many of my other videos. There are negative, bad spirits that exist out there, and they will try to cause you some trouble, especially if you have the gifts. They will be attracted to the gifted people, and they will try to cause you trouble. But it doesn't mean that these are the demons that the Christianity talked about, demons and angels. And that's why I keep saying this over and over. The religion, the monotheistic religion that got this right is Islam, because they talk about the jinn. See, go look at the definition of what the jinn is in Islam. They got it. The Muslims understood this perfectly. In Islam, there's only jinn. That's it. And that's the only thing they believe in. And jinn, there's two types. There's the good ones and there's the bad ones. And there's the neutral ones as well. And that's it. That's it. They are in Islam, they say that there are other beings that exist on another dimension. They can see humans and humans cannot see them. So if you want to clear up this confusion, Look up the concept of the jinn in Islam, and you can clear up the confusion. Otherwise, it's demons, angels, hell, they're always against each other, the word of God, all of this. This is just gonna make you so confused. And the occult itself, this field of the occult, occult means hidden. It means something that is hidden and you unveil it, you uncover it. It has to do with practices that they're not hidden. They're basically, this is the other funny thing. The more you look up these things, the more you find out how hilarious these things are. Why are they occult? Why is this field occult? First of all, what is occult? What's occult is hidden. But what is this hidden? It's these practices that can help you connect to spirit. So we have tarot readings, we have astrology, we have magic, we have sorcery, we have rituals, spells, uh, divination, premonition of the future. This is what's occult. But it's who made this occult? It's the monotheistic religions that made this occult. They're the ones who forbid these practices, hence why they are occult. And occult is different from the word cult. Cult and occult are two different separate words. They have nothing to do with each other. Occult with C-U-L-T, cult, it's following one person and there's a group of people and they follow that person and they do anything that person says. That's cult. Occult, Occult, it means something that is hidden. That's all. Who made these practices hidden? Like what I do on this channel, it's religion, it's monotheistic religions, it's Christianity, Islam, and Judaism made these practices forbidden, hence why they became occult. But in essence, they're not supposed to be occult, they're supposed to be for everyone. But the reason why I know why these religions forbade these practices. They forbade it because humans, a hostile race, most of them, not all of them, but most of humanity, which is hostile, when they learn these occult practices, they do bad things with them. They start using magic for bad. They start using tarot for bad things. They start hexing people with their magic. They start sending evil eye to people. See, they start doing negative karma. They start generating negative karma with these practices. And that's why religions forbade these practices. So I don't kind of, in a sense, I don't blame religions for forbidding this. I don't blame them because humans, they tend to do the wrong thing with something that's supposed to be used for good. Science, what did they do with it? Create the atomic bomb. Oh no, who needs free energy? Who needs solving world hunger? Who needs a world where humanity is living in peace and happiness? Who needs that? No, we're going to use science to create the atomic bomb. That's what we're going to use science for. And it's happening as we are speaking right now. What is science used for right now? Oh, it is used to create technology that separates us, segregates us, and renders us more hateful and more racist as a race. That's what technology is doing to us, by the way. It's not bringing us to union. Some, I would say 10% of the technology is bringing us to union. The other 90, it's used to separate, to segregate, to create more hate in the world. That's what technology is used for. Of course, who needs a peaceful race, right? So that's why religions forbade these practices. I understand. It's not for everyone. And people should not practice this if they don't have a good heart. And that's why in Buddhism, it is also forbidden. Well, it's not, Buddhism doesn't really forbid these practices, but they say it's better not to do it because, and I understand why as well, because you have to first clean up your karma. Don't talk to me about magic and demons and Lucifer. First of all, what is your karma? Clean up your karma first. What kind of karma do you have? Before you even tell me about demons, before you even tell me about spirits and occult practices, before you even pull tarot, what is your karma? What's in your heart? Do you have good intentions? First of all, before you even talk about magic. And that's why in my recent videos, if you noticed, I'm trying to bring awareness about this to you guys instead of telling you what tarot is. Because I've done that before and I noticed that it doesn't really help anyone. I taught about tarot, I taught about demons, I taught about paranormal experiences, I taught about ghosts and spirits, and I see that it doesn't really benefit anything because people don't change, they refuse to change. So, what's the point of teaching magic or tarot to someone who refuses to change? Who's someone who still have hatred in their heart? That's dangerous. I wouldn't want to teach magic to someone who has hatred in their heart. That's very, very dangerous and it will create negative karma. So, yes, this field is mysterious. It has a lot of things that are so interesting about spirits, the nature of the magical world, the elements, magic, using magic to manifest things in your life. But unfortunately, nowadays, and even in the new age community, most of these practices, they are used for ego. You know how many practitioners I come across that use magic and use the occult practices or divination or tarot just for money, that they teach about, oh, this is what you do in order to become a millionaire, in order to become wealthy. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? These practices are used for to tell other people how to make money. Are you kidding me? First of all, teach people how to become good humans. Because if you give money to a nasty person, they're gonna cause havoc with it. If you give money to a hateful person, they're gonna cause havoc with it. If you give money to like an untrustworthy person, they're gonna cause havoc with it. And then I realized that these spiritual gurus and these spiritual associations and organizations that claim that they are spiritual and new agey or whatnot, their goal is to only make money. That's their goal. That's why they teach other people how to make money. They try to attract people. Come to me and I'll tell you how to become a millionaire using manifestation techniques. I had this guy who manifested lottery tickets. Come by my course and I'll teach you how to manifest lottery tickets. What is this? What kind of world are we living in? So that's why I wanted to do this live and bring this to your attention. Please wake up. This true awakening is not about how to make money and how to become a millionaire using occult practices, which is even crazy. Magic, at least in ancient times, even though it was not probably good, at least it was used for healing. It was used to heal diseases. If it was used to, let's say, sure, someone wanted to bring back their loved one, or it was never used to like for like ridiculous concepts like to win lottery ticket. What is that? Like when you hear someone speaking like that, how can you even listen to them after that? Yet these people are millionaires and billionaires with a B, and people fall for their traps. But if you fall for their traps, you're the one to blame. There's no demon to blame, there's no spirit to blame. If you fall for their traps, you're the one to blame, and you have to go through it. So, this field, please embark on it after you cleanse your karma. How do you cleanse your karma? Be a good person, be loving, have good intentions. Don't be hateful, don't be resentful. Don't be the kind of person who argues all the time about small things and small details, because you're always generating bad karma if you do so. Be in peace with yourself. And sure, you have some gifts and abilities. You can feel um, spirits, you can feel something that's not there, it's good. You can meditate and you can feel these energies around you. And I address this in my channel, but don't use it for bad. Don't go out there hexing people. Don't go out there wishing bad for other people. Even if they wish you bad, even if they send you a hex, you can protect yourself. You can do protection, but don't send back anything. I'm telling you this from experience. These are things I learned the hard way myself. Because the moment you start sending back that negative energy, you're again creating bad karma for yourself. Again, and you're repeating the cycle. If someone is harming you, if someone is hurting you, forgive them. Yes, they're harming you, they're hurting you probably because you did the same thing to another person in your past life, but you've never thought about it. Because the universe, my dear gifted souls, doesn't owe you anything. I repeat, the universe doesn't owe you anything. It gives you your actions, your consequences. That's all it gives you. So if you have a partner and they cheated on you and you're hurt and you're heartbroken, maybe you've cheated on another partner in your past life, but you forgot it. And now you're paying back the karma. You're feeling what it's like to be cheated on because you've done it first. The universe doesn't owe you anything. Any bad thing that happens in your life is you paying back bad karma. And I'm not talking to the people who don't believe in karma. If you don't believe in karma, this channel is not for you. You can go watch other channels. I'm talking to the people who believe in the concept of karma. If you don't believe in it, I don't care. But this is not the content for you. So please try to cleanse your karma as much as possible before you even think about magic or the occult or spirits or even reading tarot. You have these people reading tarot saying if your ex is going to come back to you or who's thinking about you right now, or is this what divination is supposed to be for? For who's thinking about you right now? Is that where your spiritual level is at? Your spiritual level is at who's thinking about me right now? Is that where your brain is at? How can you listen to someone like that? How can you be at that level? Wake up, wake up, wake up. Snap out of it. Everyone have different journeys, yes. Everyone is in on different levels, yes. But I'm using sometimes this kind of intense, harsh way of speaking because I want you to get it. And only few people will get it anyways. It's usually the 1 or 2% who get it. So, yes, this field is beautiful, but it's very hard. And as you learn, as you wake up, as you fix your karma, you're going to be tested. You're going to be tested on your karmic cycles. If you learn the lesson, the cycle disappears and you move forward. If you don't learn the lesson, the universe repeats the cycle for you over and over and over. So, for those of you who are watching this, if your cycles are repeating, you change one job, you go to another job, and it's the same toxic environment, the same kind of people. You change that job again, you go to another job, and it's the same toxic environment. If those cycles keep repeating and repeating over and over, it means you are repeating them. It means you haven't fixed your karma. The cycles disappear when you fix your karma, when you pay it back, then the cycles disappear. Be aware of that. And it can be for any cycle in your life. Encountering the same partners, the same toxic partners over and over, encountering the same situations over and over. And a lot of people, they think that the universe is against them and they start cursing the universe. The universe doesn't owe you anything. It gives you the consequences of your karma. That's what it gives you. That's it. The universe is the most just thing in the world. And the people who are having horrible situations happening to their lives, it's because they don't know what they have done in their past lives. They don't remember it. They probably have done something as horrible, and right now it's time for them to pay that back. That's how the universe works. And this is a hard pill to swallow for many, many people. And that's why a lot of people don't want to believe in karma, because they're like, how can this happen to this person and you tell me it's karma? Well, it's either you believe in it or not. If you don't believe in past lives, if you don't believe in karma, then again, this channel is not for you. This field is not for you. This is not something that you should watch or learn from. Because if you don't believe in karma, if you don't believe in reincarnation, then it becomes a different conversation altogether. Then we're not talking even about spirituality anymore. We're talking about it's one life, everything is random, everything happens by chance, and everything is scientific. So it's better for you to watch the science channels. So that's why I'm not here to argue if karma is real or not. I'm not here to argue about anything at all. I don't care if you disagree with me. I don't care if you don't believe me. Do your own research. I'm only here to share my experience. So hopefully it's going to help other people. That's all I'm here for. I'm not here to argue if something is true or not, if something is right or wrong. I'm not here to argue that. So this is what I wanted to share with you guys, okay? Because it's very important. And I'm noticing it more and more in this field, in this community, and it's luring a lot of people. So I'm going to move on to saying hi to some of you and answering some of your questions if you have some. Okay, let's get right to it. So, thank you very much for all of you who joined today. I really appreciate it. Your presence means a lot to me. I'm going to say hi to some of you. Hello, hello, Anna Rose. Hello, Shirley. Hello, Shankaya. 5008, Victoria, Lorraine, Shock, Joyty, uh, Extremedia, Edward, Morningstar, Michael K, Lovable, Elon. Hello. Many of you are here today. Thank you so much for tuning in. So I'm going to try to answer some of your questions, and we're going to see. I'm going to try to pick the question that the whole collective can benefit from. If you have any questions about the occult, spirituality, spirits, demons, even religion, if you feel like it, let's see if I can give you an answer that can help you. And again, I am not a someone who knows everything, and if according to myself, I know nothing actually. So I'm just sharing with you the little tiny bits that I know, and you can do your own research. Okay, let's see. So some people wrote questions, I think, here at first before even the live started. Norma says, is it possible to put subtitles in French? That's something that's in the YouTube algorithm. I wish um, you can have access to this video in French, but like maybe because there are some subtitle options, so maybe you can find them on the YouTube option, the feature section where you pick subtitles. They even have dubbing right now, so you can have the video dubbed in French, Hindi, Spanish, like many many other languages, even like Russian, Italian, even Japanese, which is actually incredible. So, désolé, mais le sous-titrage, je sais pas si ça existe en français ou pas, mais peut-être qu'il faut chercher. Il faut chercher. Peut-être que ça existe. Okay? So, hopefully, you can have that. So, that's me. I just spoke in French to Norma, by the way. Let's see the other questions. Dragon said, hello, Seth. Hello. Have you ever worked with Lucifer? How was your experience? Well, working with Lucifer, I don't work with spirits or deities that are known. I can invoke them sometimes. And it's, first of all, I want to clarify this because a lot of people, especially Christian people, religious people, they will see this and they're like, this is Satanism. This has nothing to do with Satanism. I don't worship anyone. What? Seth Alchemist, but you say you're an occultist. Yes. At some point I have to remove all of these labels and I'm gonna call myself Seth, and that's it. Because these labels, they confuse everyone. I don't worship anyone. I don't worship anyone, but I'm aware of the existence of everything. I'm aware of the existence of spirit. I sense it. I know it's out there. I know it creates itself and it creates everything in the universe. But I don't worship anything or any deity or any god or any angel or any demon. This channel has nothing to do with Satanism. Nothing. That's a religion, if anything. Satanism is a religion. I don't follow any religion, even though I talk a lot about Buddhism, but I'm not a Buddhist because I love what the Buddha had to say. That's it. And even the true Buddhists will tell you that they're actually not Buddhists. The real monks who understand what the Buddha was trying to actually say. Because the moment you start saying, I follow, I worship this person, you don't understand the teachings anymore. You get it twisted. So I'm not Buddhist. I'm not religious. I'm not Satanist. I'm none of these things. I just like to bring awareness about these concepts, about what are demons, what are ghosts, what are spirits, what is the unseen. I want to bring awareness to you guys about it. Divination. What is tarot? Why was tarot created? Why do we do tarot readings? Yes, but I'm not a worshiper. Okay? Spirits, you can call them for help, to help you with protection, to help you with manifestation. But Lucifer, I have many videos that I made about Lucifer because Lucifer was misunderstood. It's like someone who was trying to help, but he was labeled as the bad person. And this happens in history as well. The winners write history, so they only write what they want to write, and they always vilify the other side. And that's why even the history you were taught in your schools, maybe the people who were taught to be the enemies were the good people. But your school teaches you that you are the good people because it's the history written by your ancestors. So it's for Lucifer, it's the same. Lucifer was someone who's trying to do good. He was trying to help humans. He was trying to show humans the way, but he was vilified, he was demonized, he was being labeled as the bad one. And that's why I made videos about him, because I want to bring this to everyone's attention. It doesn't mean that I worship him. It doesn't mean that I worship him. It doesn't mean that I worship Lilith. And I've made videos about Lilith. I just like to bring attention. I like to bring awareness. My goal is to make people aware of these things. Not worship, not even work with, as the question for Dragon. So for me, I have my own spirits that I work with. They're versions of myself. They're my higher selves. They are the ones that protect me and help me. They're from ancestral lineage, and we share the same bloodline. The other ones, Lilith and Lucifer and Hecate, the popular, the pop culture deities, I don't I don't worship those things, and I don't even. It's really rare when I invoke them, for example, in a ritual, unless someone wants me to invoke them in a ritual for whatever reason. So just to clear this up for you, I don't follow anyone, because if you want to ascend, well, the word is actually transcend. If you want to transcend the wheel of samsara, you can't be worshiping anyone. There's no one to worship, because you're part of creation. And creation doesn't exist, it's nothingness. And this will become very philosophical, and that's why it's hard for people to get this. You were programmed since a young age to worship someone. That's why I told you earlier, people switch up one religion with another. Since you were young, you were programmed to worship a deity, and you grew up and you think that's a BS, but now you need a replacement, Because if you remove one deity, there has to be another deity to be replaced. So you're like, oh, I really like this Lucifer guy. He's good. Lucifer is really, his story is really cool. Maybe he's the one I should worship. No, that's not how it works. You liberate yourself by not worshiping anything. Just remember that. So I'm not obsessed with Lucifer, and I'm not like someone who's like, oh, Lucifer, Lucifer. And there's a lot of people who are obsessed with Lucifer. And those are actually the people who are Satanists. They belong to that religion. But for me, it's not about that. I'm just bringing awareness. Sometimes, if I'm called to it, I might invoke the energy of Lucifer in a ritual, and that's it. But even in the rituals that I do, and you can go watch them here on this channel, you're probably not gonna see. It's rare when I call the energy of Lucifer. So the energy that I can tell you about is the energy of my spirits that I work with, my other higher selves, and it's higher selves with S. It's many of them that I can tell you about, and it's very, very magical, and it's incredible because they're other versions of me. They're not something that's outside of me. They all exist within me. True magic exists within you. It's never outside of you. It's you don't seek magic from a deity. You don't seek magic from a god or a goddess. You seek magic from within you. The strongest magic you can find anywhere is the magic inside of you. So try to look within you. Who are your higher selves? What do they look like? What are their names? What is their lineage when you go back to your ancestral lineage? What kind of eras did they exist in? Try to find that out because it's going to be way more magical. Okay? Don't fall just for what's popular. That's the advice that I will tell you. Because a lot of people misunderstand what I'm trying to share on this channel. A lot of people misunderstand it. Thank you, thank you. But thank you so much for the question. I appreciate it. I hope it helps. Let's see another question. Nikita Nelly said, hello, Seth. Hello. What was your feeling when you knew you were gifted? And have you sacrificed anything for this path? I sacrificed everything for this path. My 9 to 5 life, my good salary, 6 figures salary, my beautiful apartment, my car, the country I resided in, the people I knew, the group of people I hanged out with, my friends, even the relationship I was in. I sacrificed everything. Everything I had that made the old version of me, I threw it out. That's what I had to sacrifice to become this thing that's talking to you right now. A lot of time doing research and learning, years and years and years of so much research, so much studying, so much suffering too. A lot of suffering, a lot of confusion trying to understand why is this happening in my life? Why am I having this bad thing happen to me? Why am I losing this even though like it's supposed I thought it was supposed to be in my life, but I'm losing it. And so many things. But the things that I sacrificed personally, willingly, is my previous life, which was a 9 to 5, a 6 figure job, comfort, beautiful car, super nice apartment, lots of friends, going out every weekend, like everything that normal people do, going out to nice cafes and restaurants all the time, hanging out, parties, mingling with in social circles with people who are classy, and so on and so forth and so on and so forth and so on and so forth. That's what I had to sacrifice. And I encountered rich people. That's why I always warn you of rich people. I tell you, be careful. A lot of you probably don't know rich people. Rich people, when they are rich, they can do anything they want. So they will start writing these books that says things that don't make sense. And they will publish them and they will become bestsellers because they are rich, because they have the power to make those books bestsellers. And the people are going to start believing that's the truth. That's why I always warn you of rich people. You know why? Because I've encountered them. That's why, because I know rich people. I'm not saying it just because I heard it from someone else. Because I know what it's like. And I don't like it when people fall for that. It sucks. It really sucks. So that's what I had to sacrifice. And the first thing I felt, I was gifted. I made one video about this, or actually, no, I made more than one. I think I made 3 videos about it in this channel, where the experience just it just dropped. It just everything dropped on me all at once. One day, um, it was over a decade ago. I was just minding my own business. It was a Sunday. I was getting just relaxing on my bed and getting ready for the next day of work. And all of a sudden, I was relaxed. My eyes were closed. I was not intoxicated. I was not on ayahuasca. I was not on mushrooms. I was not on weed. And I'm not an advocate for any of these. I don't do them and I don't recommend them at all. Nothing that intoxicates your body, I don't recommend it whatsoever. So I was sitting in my bedroom, not intoxicated, just relaxing. I closed my eyes and I started seeing it. It came to me out of nowhere, and just like I was like almost attacked by these visions, and I started seeing things in front of me and with my eyes closed. And I explain in detail what happened in the other videos. So I never planned in my life to be this. I never planned to be an occultist or a tarot reader or someone who does alchemy, or I never even, I was a normal guy living a normal life. And this life, this thing that I'm doing to you here right now, fell on me like a rock. It just was dropped on me. It was not gradual. It's not like I was interested in it. I had no preconception of anything. And when I closed my eyes, the first thing I saw is an eye. There was an eye. It's an eye that I saw right here with my eyes closed. And that eye was there staring at me for about, like, I would say a good 30 minutes, and it didn't want to disappear. And after that 30 minutes, the eye disappeared and I started seeing faces and spirits and visions. And I was overwhelmed. And I thought, by the way, I thought I was going crazy. And I had to look up in the internet what was going on to me. And I told some coworkers about it, and they're like, "Are you a psychic?" And I'm like, "Psychic?" I didn't even understand what the label psychic means. And I'm like, "What do you mean by psychic? You mean a psychiatrist?" They're like, "No, psychic." And I'm like, "What do you mean? What do you mean psychic?" That's how far away I was from this field. And then I started doing research and I found out about the third eye, and I'm like, what is this madness? What is this? Because that just, it's almost like the universe was saying, when you turn this age, and it was in my 30s, by the way, when you turn this year, I'm going to turn the switch on. That's what happened to me. It was nothing gradual, nothing incremental. It just, I hit that age, the switch turned on, and I was overwhelmed. And other people probably would go crazy if that happened to them. They would go crazy. So yes, it just happened to me. I never seeked for it. And the first few years, it was very confused. It was, it took me some time to adjust to it. It took me a couple of years to adjust to this thing that was just dropped on me. But thank you for the question. Let's move on to another question. Let's see. Thank you, guys. Thank you for joining. It's my pleasure to share this knowledge with you. Thank you, guys, for your beautiful, beautiful comments. Yeah, I look like Michael K said you look like the guy from the beginning of the Mummy. Yeah, because I'm wearing this the headpiece, right? Because of the way I'm wearing it. Yeah. Yeah, I wear a lot of different clothing from different cultures, and I enjoy it so much. And let's see another question. A voice from within the void says demons are in other cultures as well. It's a void from within the a voice for, sorry, a voice from within the void. Yeah, but the translation is wrong. They're not demons, they're spirits. The translation, when it's done to English, it becomes demon. And again, demon is daimon from ancient Greek. So other cultures have. That's why I don't like the word demon, because it's so negative. It's so bad. It's so negative. Other cultures have spirits. Spirits. They can be malicious. And a lot of these spirits, they kind of look scary, but they actually worshipped. For example, if you go to Bali, there is Barong. Barong is the main spirit that is worshipped in the island of Bali in Indonesia. And he's so scary. Now, in English, that is definitely a demon. I even mentioned it in my video. If you check my video from 3-4 years ago, I say that. I say Baron looks like a demon because he looks very scary. But he is the main worshipped deity over there. So demon has a negative connotation. Yes, other cultures have these spirits. I even like how in Islam they call them jinn, because it doesn't have a negative connotation. It's only in English, in Christianity, where demons are bad. Please get this out of your head. Please, you are being fooled. Please, they're just spirits. The creation, the world, has many beings. They're either good or they're bad, and that's it. The devil is in the details. The more you start delving in the details, oh, this is a demon, this is an angel. No, I worship this demon. I worship this. No, Angel Michael gave me this message. The devil is in the detail. The more you delve in the details, you're actually following the devil, which you guys believe in. There's no devil. What devil are you talking about? Only humans can do good, can actually do devil things, not the devil. It's humans. Look what's happening in the world right now. It's caused by humans. Oh, but it's convenient to point the fingers at some random demon and say, no, oh, the demons has got them. They worship the demons. No, they're bad humans. They're doing the bad things. Why are we supposed to blame something that doesn't exist? If a human does something bad, it's the human who's doing that bad thing. So please try to absorb what I just told you. And then again, do your own research. Do your own research. You don't have to believe me. What else? Thank you, Agent 984. I appreciate you loving my readings. I hope that they help. Thank you for watching. Let's see, maybe a couple more questions. Um, let's see. Of course, you're gonna notice that in the chat section there's a lot of religious people. Like, I don't have time to go through that, and there's a lot of religious people, Christian people tell you Jesus, read the Bible. Again, you can do your own research. You can believe in whatever you want to believe. Believe in Jesus, believe in the Bible, don't believe in it, believe in demons are bad, angels are good. You can believe in all of that. I'm just sharing my experience here. I just wish that religious people use that energy more for promoting love in humanity. I wish that these Christian people promoted more love and not hatred. Because isn't that what Jesus taught? To promote love? No, that's not. So why aren't we doing what Jesus taught us to do? Aren't we supposed to promote love? Where is it? Did Jesus say go and tell the people yeah, they don't believe in the Bible? No, Jesus told you to be loving. Jesus was loving to sinners, to prostitutes, and you can't do it, maybe you shouldn't worship Jesus because you're not at that level. What else? Let's see here. Another question from you guys. Yeah, extra DC said Lucifer is not Satan. Yeah, they're different. Satan is just a word that comes from Hebrew that means shatan, that means obstacle. So Satan is just a word that means obstacle. It has nothing to do with Lucifer. Lucifer is different, but people mix mash everything because people don't like to do research. People don't like to read. People don't like to become more knowledgeable. They just like to hear something from somewhere and start blubbing it everywhere they go. And that's why people confuse Satan for Lucifer and they start, mix mashing everything. Lucifer is a separate entity, and Satan, Shatan, means obstacle. And when the translations happened in the Middle Ages, when they were gathering the Bible, when they were putting the Bible together, they started confusing the translations, and they started using the word Shatan or Satan to refer to Lucifer, as in like he was the obstacle to God. You know, so anything that brings you confusion, get away from it. The closest way to spirit is zero confusion. The moment you start becoming confused, know that you're so far away from spirit. You're not close to spirit whatsoever. So if any dogma gives you confusion, what I'm trying to say, if a dogma gives you confusion, stay away from it. Stay away from it. Um, Big Gray says you were on Aladdin. Yes, I am Aladdin. In fact, it's me. Let's see what else. Another question. Yeah, it's Aladdin, Jafar, whatever you want to call, whatever you want to label me as. Go ahead and label me as Jafar, Aladdin, the mummy guy. It's fun. It's actually fun. It's fun to be these different characters. Yes, according to you guys, because it's fun to see people build a personality about you that you're not even aware of, and they start building and they're like, wow, people think that about me. That's very interesting. What else? I want you guys to think. What else do you think about me? What else do you build in your mind? You can write it down. It's very entertaining. So what else? Let's see. I can, if there is, because there's a, let's see if there's another question here. Okay. Wow, so many religious people here today. Like the comment section is filled with Christians. You know what's interesting? I always wonder why Christians are so attracted to the occult. I can bet you that these Christians never go watch a Christian channel. They probably don't even go to church. Yet they're attracted to these um, readings and these videos like a moth is attracted to fire. It's so interesting. It fascinates me. If I was Christian, if I was Christian, I would only watch Christian channels. I would only watch Christian content if I was. But it baffles me how Christian people adore this content. Wow, it's so interesting. It genuinely fascinates me. I'm not even making fun. It genuinely fascinates me how the human mind works. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna adore the thing that is opposite of me. Fascinating. Fascinating. BT said, beautiful comment. Uh, uh, 100% agree with it all, but the guardian demon thing, we're all made of the same matter. Consciousness is the tool of the universe. Yeah, but we were all created for a reason. But you still label them as demons or guardian demons. It's guardian spirits. That's why, again, this thing, no matter how I explain it on this channel, it's going to be misunderstood all the time. They're spirits, they're daimons. I'm not talking about the demons of Christianity. So every time I say demons, people think of the demons of Christianity. This is not a Christian channel, even though Christians love me so much. But this is not a Christian channel. So, BT, even you labeling them the guardian demons thing, you think of them as a demon from a Christian perspective, from a Christian standpoint. I'm talking about simply daimons as spirits, demons, daimons as spirits. Okay? That's all I'm saying. So, everyone was created for a reason, and why spirits were created as well, just like humans were created. And humans are not superior to anything, like how religions teach you to believe. Humans are just as equal as any other being out there. They're as equal as animals as well. But the superiority complex that humans have that stems from monotheistic religions make you destroy the earth, because religions tell you that you're superior. What you do, you start eating animals, you start destroying the earth because you think you're better, you think you're superior. So it's a superiority complex that humans suffer from because some stupid humans wrote a book and told you to follow it. And your ancestors followed it, and you're following it right now. And you think you're better, and that's why you eat animals. And you think you're better, and that's why you think there's nothing wrong with destroying the earth. I'm gonna hate other people. I'm gonna kill animals. I'm gonna destroy the earth. But I'm I'm superior. Yet you claim to worship a god, and you think you're superior. Yet you claim to worship a god that is more superior than you. It's a nonsense. A bunch of it's all just so much confusion, so much confusion. But this was done by design. It was put in place by design for where the world is right now. Hatred, wars, killings, mayhem everywhere. This was done on purpose by these stupid humans. And they succeeded, because look at our world right now. They have succeeded. And congratulations to them, because they succeeded. But maybe you don't want to fall for their traps. Maybe you're part of the 1 or 2% who don't want to fall for their traps. So please get out of your mind this concept of demon from a Christian perspective, because that's not what I'm addressing here. Thank you, Yeshka Sharma. I'm following you from India for a long time. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you for following me for a long time. I hope that the content helps. I truly appreciate it. Let's see what else. Maybe one more question. Hi to all the other people who just joined. Hello. Let's see. This is interesting. Adam Lucas said, "Hey Seth, I've been doing a lot of various forms of self-reflection. That's amazing, and even a few different readings from other practitioners before, plus a ton of research. So you've been doing a lot of research, but still not sure which career is for me. It's okay. It will come. It will come. Adam, it's good that you're doing a lot of research. The right answer will come to you in divine timing at the right time, when you need to know it, when you need to hear it. You're not supposed to be attached to which career is good for you. If you're supposed to have that career to survive, to make a living, then pick whatever you're drawn to the most, whatever is interesting you the most, go to it and start doing that. If not, if you don't need that career to survive, let it go. You've done the research, don't be attached to it. And when the universe is going to decide that it's the right time for you to know the right answer, you will know it. And that can vary between 1 week and 2 or 3 years. That's why it's not good to be attached to anything in this life. Something interests you, it's good. Pursue it, do it, research it, and let it go. And it applies for everything. It applies for everything in life. We are not supposed to do something forever and be attached to it forever. I call myself Alchemist, I'm doing this, but it doesn't mean that I'm not going to do it forever. Maybe someday I'm going to stop doing it altogether, because attachment is the cause of suffering on earth. Any suffering or pain you have, the Buddha said, when you trace it back, you're going to find that it's from attachment to something or someone. So please try not to be attached to this. Let it go. The right answer will come to you in divine timing. Okay? And and I'm gonna pick this as the last comment because it's interesting. Leonard Cabrera said, "Same thing with giving away secret knowledge without being initiated to the ancient mystery religions, schools or schools of thought." Yes, but this is the conundrum of this day and age. Whatever I'm sharing here in this channel, um, that's why I have this. I have Patreon, and over there I call it the Temple of Initiation, because I share more in depth, more certain content, more readings, and it's more for the people who are serious, who really want, who first of all who really understand what I'm talking about, and the people who want to delve deeper into this. That's sharing this publicly like this. It's actually a dangerous thing. It's not even from the haters, for example. Like, you go to the chat section, you're going to see so many haters. So that's just people writing things down. But the danger is in when some people start using this for the wrong cause. That's the danger. And that's why in ancient time, only the initiates learned whatever I'm sharing with you. Only the initiates were able to learn it. The people with high education, high status, they were initiated into societies, into temples, and they were taught the knowledge because they were ready to absorb the knowledge. And they don't take everything upside down. They don't misunderstand things. And they're ready to apprehend the knowledge. Not like here on YouTube where, for example, I explain something and what I get is people attacking whatever I'm explaining. It's the opposite. The reason why is because YouTube is addressing normal people. It's addressing everyone. And normal people, when they're not ready to hear this, they're going to attack you. The Buddha was attacked. Jesus was attacked. And many sages were attacked for the things that they were sharing by normal people. But they were sharing it with everyone. So there is two types of sharing this knowledge. There is the public way, and that's the hardest one because you're going to be attacked. Because the people who have been brainwashed or indoctrinated with a certain belief, they will protect it no matter what. They will come after you and they will try to protect whatever they believe in any manner. They will try to protect that, because if you take that away from them, if you remove their belief, what are they going to hold on to? Their whole life is gone, because their life revolves around that belief. So I'm even compassionate towards the haters. They're hating on this knowledge. They don't want to see it. They don't want to hear it. They don't want it in their life, because if it goes against their belief, it means their belief is wrong. And if their belief is wrong, their life will become meaningless, because their life revolves around that belief. And hence why the hate. Thus, they come and start attacking and hating, because their hate is only it's like the wrong way to protect themselves. It's like someone telling them, hey, maybe it's time to wake up because whatever you believe in is not what you think it is. They don't want to hear it. So they will go and try to destroy the other party in order for them to feel safe. That's what people did to Jesus. That's what people did to the Buddha. So when you put yourself out there to normal people, that's what's going to happen. You have to expect that to happen. And I'm expecting it, and I see it in this chat section in every live I do. And that's why some people in history, especially in the Middle Ages, because of the Inquisition, and the Inquisition didn't mess around, it was actually killing these people, people like me. It was murdering them. It wasn't even about, oh, we're gonna curse these people or insult them or tell them bad words. It was about executing them. So because it became so serious with the Inquisitions, mystery schools and mystery groups started forming. Because when it comes to killing, to being murdered, you have to, of course, at that point you're like, okay, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna have to gather the group of people here, and it's gonna be a secret. So why? That's why there is secret societies, because they stem from the Middle Ages during the Inquisition. That's how the Freemasons formed, because the church was after the Knights Templar. They were killing them left and right. And after they were executed and murdered in France in the Middle Ages in the 1300s, the Knights Templar scattered away with their knowledge, with their money, and they formed a secret society so they're not found. And that secret society became eventually the Freemasons. So for me, I want to share this with everyone. I want to do it the Buddha way, how the Buddha did it. If it comes to me, I want to share it with everyone. I don't think this should be in secret societies. But there is some knowledge that will have to be only for few people. So a secret society is good, but it's going to be only for very few people, very, very, very few people who are ready for the knowledge, who are ready, because sometimes it takes years and decades before one person can be ready to hear something. And for whatever I'm sharing with you here, I'm going to keep sharing it until I'm called to stop by the universe. The day I'm called to stop, I'm going to stop and disappear, and you won't ever see me again. So, yes, there's going to be hate, and there's going to be there's going to be a lot of I don't know how to call it, hate and resentment from people, but it is part of sharing the knowledge. It is part of sharing. That's how it works. Every sage and sage in ancient past, anyone, they got the same treatment. Because humans are a hostile race. I say it and I repeat it over and over. They never changed, and they will never change. They were like this since the times of Atlantis, and they are still the same. Why do you think Atlantis fell and sank? Because humans never change. They were hostile, they're still going to be hostile. And the few ones who want to share the word, who want to share this path, who want to share awakening, they're going to have to go through this. They're going to have to go through it one way or another. So it's just how it is. That's how this 3D realm works. It's a test you're supposed to go through. You want to share the knowledge? This is what you're going to have to go through. You have to face hostile humans who you want to help. You're actually compassionate towards them, but they're going to be hostile towards you. And you have to go through it. You can't condemn them. You can't hate them. You can't curse them. You have to go through it. But secret societies work better because only the people who are willing to learn the knowledge are there. So secret societies work way better. and you can learn in peace. You don't have people like causing you trouble and trying to interfere. So, but yeah, like giving away this knowledge, trust me, it's not an easy thing to do. It's not an easy thing to do. Okay, so this is what I have for this live. Thank you very much for joining. I appreciate it. Thank you for all of you, the lovers, the haters who are here. I hope that this helped in any shape or form. Either you believe in this or not. If you don't believe in it, don't believe what I say. Believe in your own thing. If you're meant to know something, you'll know it in divine timing. If the universe is meant to show you something, it's gonna show it to you. If your God that you worship, that you believe in, if that God is meant to show you something, it will show it to you at the right time. It doesn't have to come from me. I'm just sharing what I'm supposed to share because it's my calling, and that's all there is to it. I'm not a master. I'm not a boss. I'm not a supervisor. I'm just doing me, and I'm sharing with you this. Do your own research. Hopefully, you will move forward on your path as well. Thank you very much. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. And I'll see you in the next live. You can rewatch this live at your convenience here on this channel. Thank you very much.